about in just a moment. But at 197, Michigan has also defaulted that one, so Penn State will get another 6 points, and this is shaping up to be a blowout matchup between the Nittany Lions and the Wolverines. So Brian Brill, a bit experienced here for the Nittany Lions, will wrestle for the injured Nittany Lion, Morgan McCutcheon.
And I said McCutcheon, just like I said, last week got hurt with a similar, almost kind of a similar injury as we just saw with Mahomes there. Got his leg kind of tied up in a bad spot. So he's out today with Brill coming in now. Second dual appearance for Brill in the season. Also stepped in when McCutcheon got hurt early in the season as well. Was suffering from some back spasms that occurred during the Nittany Lion Open. Brill tallied an 11-7 win over Tanner Lind of Purdue. 9-2 on the season is Brill. 3 pins, 2 tech falls, and also 2 major decisions. He's one of those guys, as we were talking with some of the coaches and players throughout this week as well, that he can kind of surprise you there where he doesn't have too much stamina to kind of go through 7 minutes.
We'll have a quick whistle here. There was riding time on the board. I'm assuming that's just from the last match as we'll get going again. 50 seconds gone by in this first period. Not much doing as both wrestlers still on their feet. Dominic Abounader is ranked number 8th in the country at 184, and he's a captain of this Michigan team. If anything, just for their own sake, this will be a big win for the Wolverines if they can get it done.
Abounader ranked 8th on the season, 14-1, 9-0 in the duels. One of Michigan's best wrestlers. And as we mentioned, I was just talking a little bit about Brill. He's one of those guys where he could surprise you a little bit, jumping up in weight class and get a possible pin of Abounader, but also at the same time, as we almost just saw there, he also has a great chance of getting pinned as well. That aggressive nature that he tries to wrestle with really sometimes can come backfire and can really put himself in some bad situations.
Abounader up early, 4-0 on Friday, against Northwestern. He got the win with a pinfall at 156, so certainly early on in the matchup, and he's coming out aggressive. Now, one thing for Abounader, only 5 matches have been decided by bonus points for him. So he either stays close in the match or he certainly gets real aggressive and is able to get the pinfall, but it really seems like there's not much in between.
Mentioned we see already his aggressive kind of style coming out here, attacking Brill right away, already 2 takedowns. But yeah, with him, I mean, he's on a 2-pin match streak here. He's also pinned Indiana's Wilson very quickly. And coming in also defending champion at 184 in the Big Ten. Also getting a pin of Penn State's own Matt McCutcheon last season as well. So Abounader very, almost hot and cold right there with either is a pin or a very close decision. Right now you see he's really, really working on Brill and trying to turn him.
Almost, and now we're at a minute of riding time for Abounader, and his advantage, 40 seconds left to go, and he leads 4-0 in this first period now. As Abounader continues to work on Brian Brill.
And Brandon, this is why some of these matches early on, especially in the lower weights, are so important for Michigan to get early, not just for a confidence perspective, but also if this was a closer match, these 2 matches coming down at 184 and then at heavyweight could go both Michigan's way. And you really thought they could have maybe even changed the tide a little bit, depending on what the outcome was, and maybe could have got out of here with a win. But because the Penn State took care of business earlier in those weights, Megaludis, Jordan Conaway, Jimmy Goulabon all getting those decisions early, really set the tide for that tough middle of the lineup for the Nittany Lions. And from there, they've just been rolling so far this afternoon.
So as the first period comes to a close, Brill is awarded 1 point for his escape. He trails 4-1. And the second period will come up as Abounader starts on the bottom.
You see that almost near pin there by Abounader. Really worked his body, got all his momentum up top of the half of Brill, and almost got him there with the pinfall.
Brill now really starting to try to work his weight around, possibly to get some near fall points. In under the right arm. And now it's Abounader who's going on the offensive, and he'll get 2 points for the reversal here. He's got the right leg bent and he's working up high, and we'll get a stoppage. Abounader in control. He's up 6-1 and has 1 minute 16 of riding time in his advantage. 1 minute and 28 seconds left in this second period. Abounader starts on top on the whistle, and he is quickly working in on the right leg. Now toward the hips. He's in the high crotch. Trying to work Brill all the way to the ground now.
So also it's tough transition also for Brill, who last season mostly wrestled at 165, 174. So another jump in weight class, and not just a jump, a little bit of a touch jump, but also, you know, going against Abounader, the 8th ranked wrestler in their respective weight class. It's a tough matchup for Brill, but you got to give him credit. So he's fighting hard. Like I said, Abounader's really gotten some chances on him, but he's not giving up, and he's still wrestling pretty tough here. But Abounader, you see, just so good, too much skill here.
Abounader, no question, has been in control this entire bout. 40 seconds left in this second period. He leads 6-1 with over 2 minutes now of accumulated riding time.
Really working on that right side there of Brill, trying to just tilt him, get the shoulders exposed, and really start to earn some of those back points. You see, he's starting to wear down Brill now, and really starting to work him and pull him over and try to get that, at least that one shoulder blade on the mat for some near fall points.
If anything's working in Brill's time, it's in Brill's favor. It's time with 10 seconds left now, and we'll get a stoppage as they'll return to the center of the mat. Abounader up 6-1. Over now 2 minutes and 30 seconds of riding time advantage. And Brill will start on the bottom here. 10 seconds left in the second period. Abounader working high crotch and in on that left leg. And now Brill with the quick escape, and he'll get a point just before the end of this second period. Brill trails 6-2.
And I see Brill chooses to go neutral here as we look at this last almost near fall there. A nice takedown by Abounader, really just working the body, breaking him down, then just getting him in position to open up his back and getting off for the 2 points.
Interesting to see them decide to start in the upright position, but I think if you're Brill, you can't allow any more riding time to accumulate than already has, and if anything, you need to go on the offensive here. Most wrestlers would take that decision to start in the down position for that one escape point that's definitely going to come to you once you're able to come out of it. But trailing by 4 here, Brill decided to try to go and get these takedown points, try to become a little more aggressive here. He trails 6-2 with 1 minute and 20 left in the third period.
As we've seen, Brill really struggled to get out from under once Abounader was on top. So smart play there by Brill, trying not to get trapped and really ridden out, this last period. So good for him, or good smart decision for him to at least go in the neutral position. Like I said, try to get on the offensive, maybe get a takedown or two, and just kind of see what happens from here on out.
1 minute left in the third period of the seventh bout of the day. Less than a minute to go. Abounader now up 8-2 with that takedown.
Now you see Brill almost taking a page out of Pat DeLeo's book back in the Zane Rutherford match, where he's just kind of laying on the bottom, not trying to allow Abounader to get any sort of position where he could tilt him and move him one way or another. And by laying on the ground flat, just kind of almost forcing Abounader to lay on top of you and not get any movement sorted and kind of get your body weight shifted parallel to each other.
Now we'll get a stall warning here on Brill, and if Brill can't make anything happen, Abounader will get that extra point here for the advantage in riding time that nears 3 minutes and 50 seconds. And Abounader gets the Wolverines' first victory of the day. He wins 9-2. And so the Wolverines will be able to put some points on the board. They won't go home empty. And Dominic Abounader will get the winner by decision.